Hi, today we're going to learn about stars. So, in the Psalms, it says that God made, God created the stars and He calls them by name and He leads them all. In Isaiah, it says that He leads them all. And in Genesis, we see that God spoke these stars into being. So, I want to share a verse from Revelation, okay? And the verse is, then the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from the sky, burning like a torch. It fell on the third. It fell on one third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star was bitterness. It made one third of the water bitter, and many people from died from drinking the bitter water. Okay, after many people had that water, they died. Yeah, for those of you who don't know what Revelation is, it's like God has already spoken what is going to happen in the future, and it's there in that book, Revelation. It's like how He's going to judge the world and how He's going to save His people. You can read it if you want to. Okay, so coming to that verse, we see that the stars in this really bitter verse, like people died out of drinking water. So there is something so sweet about God that the star's name was bitterness. And in the Psalms, one might think that okay, it's just praising God. Okay, He made the stars, He knows them by name, just saying it. But He literally has named them all, and one of the stars is named bitterness. What I'm trying to say is that when we name something, let's say a person has many sheep, many animals, or we have children. I don't have children, but people have children and they name them. Why do we do that? Because it's personal. We know them and we love them, and out of that love, we give them name. Although there are times we give names out of hatred, which you shouldn't. But yeah, how personal it is and how individual this is. Everyone has their own names, and because we want to remember them, because we want to like no other stars can be bitterness, the star bitterness. So if that's, look at how many stars are there in the sky. If God gave sat down and gave names to each of those stars, like those countless stars, and He says that we Christians, though we before we come to Jesus, he knows us by name. How much more does He know us, whom He calls children, and how much more does He love us, and how much more personal it is. How much more personal, and not just Christians, just every human being whom He made in His own image. And we have our names too, and we think that these names are just random and our parents gave it, and they did. But a person cannot have one thing unless God gives it from heaven. He named us, all of us, individually, except for the weird names. I don't know where that came from, but every good and perfect gift comes from God. Okay, so yeah, I hope this shows you that God loves you and it's personal. He personally knows you. Yeah, you may be bitterness, you may be sweet, you may be sweet, but He knows you and He loves you. And you aren't just someone random happening somewhere random. He knows it, and He is decisive, and existence, your name, where nothing in this creation and nothing about us or about anything is an accident. He's behind everything, and His heart is behind everything. It's not, you know, happening randomly. Everything is decided by Him, and He lovingly and purposefully made everything. And just it shows, I hope it shows you how great He is. Like, let's say I have five sheeps, I would name them. But if I had 5,000 sheeps, I don't think I'll name them all. If I had 5 million sheeps, I don't think I'll name them all. Like, I just wouldn't. But he has millions of stars and he named them all. He has countless people on this earth and he named them all. How much love does he have, and how much care does he have, and how big his heart is, and how big his brain is. I mean, how much memory does God have? Oh, I can't even remember 10 people's name. No, I can. But I can't remember so many names. He remembers us, and he remembers the qualities. Like the star was bitter. How smart is he? And yeah, and what else is that God just spoke the stars into being, but he made human beings with his own hands. And he says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, meaning that he, created us with, like he says somewhere else in the Bible, that I knit you together. I knit you with my own hands. Like when we knit something, how we just give attention to every detail of it, every design of it, every line of it. The same way, there is like his heart in our entire being. Everything that we have and we are should remind us how much he loves us and of him, and how great he is that he paid attention and he gave his heart to all of us and through in all these things. Like, I mean, the difference is that if when we have something in a great number, we won't really care about it. We won't really give so much attention to every little thing. But he is so great that he does. Even if he has everything, he gives himself to everything. And also, it shows the how humble he is, and just I don't know how to say, like the like a mother's heart. The mother would, like that sweet love about a mother, that tender love. That's what it tells me about God and his heart when I think about these things. And I hope it makes you, it reminds you of those things as well. If you don't know, fine, you can discover it as well. I mean, you are his creation too, right? Okay, so that's it. And yeah, thank you and bye.